The soap is back on SoCraftastic. You guys have to admit that this stuff looks pretty darn real. Since Christmas is next week, I say we have a little bit of fun and do something called Operation Trick Santa. After you put some soap cookies out on Christmas Eve, be sure to report back to this video and tell me what happened. I am not responsible for you getting coal, by the way. Just putting that out as a disclaimer, I'm not responsible. Today I am collabing with one of my very best YouTube friends, Hannah from the Corner of Craft, and I've known her for over a year now. We chat pretty much every week. On her channel, she did these really adorable beaded candy charm pendant things. They're the peppermint swirls. Super cute. So after you watch my cookie soap video, please don't forget to check out Hannah's channel and subscribe to her, pretty please, because she deserves so many more subscribers. She is so dedicated to her channel. Last thing before we get into the tutorial, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more soap videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to never miss a video. If you don't want to miss a video, please subscribe. Now, let's get into the fake cookies. That was like really bad timing. Oh. To make chocolate chip cookie soap, I'm going to use an actual chocolate chip cookie, and you're going to pick the perfect one. Then to make the mold, you can either purchase a cookie mold or use amazing mold putty, which I got from Michael's craft store. Quickly yet thoroughly mix equal parts of yellow and white. This will begin to harden in as little as 3 minutes, so that's why you need to form the mold fairly quickly. It only took me about 1 minute to completely combine the two colors of putty together, so you don't have to rush mega extreme, but just be aware of your time. Now I'm going to roll that into a ball, flatten it out, and I'm finally pushing the cookie into the center. Just be gentle about this so the cookie doesn't crumble. And you can see that I'm also focusing on the edges and pushing the putty around those to make sure that you get all the shape and dimension. And then you're going to maybe want to add chocolate chips later on, extra ones I mean. If you do want to do this, go ahead and make a mold of those two. Those two as in those also. You can see that mine kind of looks like a Lego or a domino or a mini chocolate chip ice cube tray. How cool would that be? Not very, because it would not really cool your drink. Anyway, let the molds harden for at least 20 minutes before popping the items out. Just be patient and don't rush it, because then your mold will turn out fantastic. Clean out any of the cookie residue from the mold with a paper towel or soap and water. And here I'm going to start forming the chocolate chips by using cocoa butter. Spoon a little bit of that into a heat-safe bowl, then microwave for about a minute at a time until it melts completely. Mine took about 3 minutes total to melt completely. Now I'm adding unsweetened cocoa powder for color and spooning that into the molds after it's mixed. Of course, a dropper would be easier in theory, but as you can see, the mixture hardens really quickly and it got stuck inside of my dropper, so you'll have to deal with the spoon and scrape method. It's not that bad. Pop the chips into the fridge while you work on the next step. Here, I'm filling the deepest parts of the cookie mold with this cocoa mixture. I'm using a toothpick to help me with the process, but I find it more effective to just press the chocolate down with my fingers, and then you can clean up any little mistakes with a paper towel and gently score the top of each chip. Basically, that just means to scrape and scuff up the top of the chocolate, and it's something that I used to do when I was in ceramics classes to help the clay stick together better, so I figure it can't hurt to do the same with soap just to be safe. And add a couple of loose chocolate chips if you want to. Now it is time to bring the cookie to life. Use a white glycerin soap base from a local craft store or a soap making website and slice that into small cubes. I like to use a glass measuring cup for this part because it has a spout and that makes it easier to pour. Duh. Just like the cocoa butter, go ahead and melt this in the microwave. This amount only took about 20 to 30 seconds to melt, so just watch it more carefully. And then, once it's out, add soap colorant to create a cookie dough color. Mine got too dark, so I melted more soap to decrease the color saturation. I'm also adding soap scent here. Michael's didn't have chocolate or cookie scent, so I'm using vanilla. It still smells yummy. I also added some cocoa powder, but as you'll soon see, this amount was way too much. Just sprinkle in a tiny bit or skip it all together. Ready, set, grab your rubbing alcohol. I have some in this little spray bottle and I am spritzing it all over the chocolate chips before pouring the cookie batter in the molds. Also, you want to make sure that the newly melted soap isn't steaming hot so it doesn't melt the chips inside. And the rubbing alcohol just helps form a bond between the two layers. You're going to complete this step by adding extra chocolate chips to the liquid if you wish. And of course, by popping pesky air bubbles with the alcohol spray. You don't want bubbles in your soap. Let the soap harden, then pop the cookie out of the mold. This is why you don't need to add much cocoa powder to the tan soap, by the way. If you try to scrape them out, the cookie will start to lose detail, so I don't recommend trying to get rid of the spots if you end up with a freckled cookie. But you can add more chocolate chippage if an area looks a bit bare. I molded an entire plate of cookies, as you can see. You can choose to stop here or go one step further by creating a glass of milk, quote unquote, to dunk them in. Use a clear plastic cup for this part and fill it most of the way with white melted soap. Let that harden. Then spray with rubbing alcohol and insert a soapy cookie. Hold it in place until the white soap gets tacky, then use something to keep the cookie from falling while it hardens, such as some silverware. Behold, fake cookie and fake milk. Gotta love deceiving food that looks real, right? So the cup version of this DIY is of course very novelty, and I'd personally want to keep it as decor, but you can use it because it's soap. You just have to cut the plastic away and then it won't really look like a cup with milk. Anyway, if you want to see more ridiculously real looking soap projects from me, be sure to please give this video a big thumbs up. Just click it below. And you can also check out these soap tutorials I've already posted. All those links are in the description box below. I have popsicles and caramel apples and some other stuff. So here is a short hand washing demo of me washing my hands with the least realistic looking cookie, the one with all the freckles. And you can see it doesn't stain your skin, and I can vouch for you that it doesn't feel sticky because the cocoa is unsweetened. Finally, here are a couple of real cookies next to the imposters. At first glance, they look almost identical aside from the natural shaded edges on the real ones. If you make cookie soap, use hashtag SoCraftastic to show me a photo on Instagram, Twitter, or Crafty Amino. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And also, don't forget to check out Hannah's video and channel. The link to those are in the description box below. Next week is Christmas, and I don't know what my uploading schedule is going to be like then because I'm going to be with family and I haven't bought any Christmas presents yet, so that's a fail. Basically, I don't know if I'll have the time to get a proper tutorial up. I don't know if you guys have ideas for something super quick that won't take me 30 hours to fully put together a video about. And since I post on Friday, it can't be a Christmas tutorial because Christmas will be over. Maybe I could get a gingerbread kit and build that, or maybe some type of challenge. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know below. Also Sunday, a life hacks collab is coming up, so just stay tuned for that. There's a ton of awesome people in it. Also, if you want to stalk me on social media, because that's kind of the norm on Twitter and Instagram, go ahead and check out my links in the description box below. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. If I don't talk to you, well, I'll talk to you Sunday, but if I don't talk to you after that, hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! If you make cookie soap, this is cookie soap, get into the fake soap. The fake cookies. Gosh darn it. I'm coughing. Okay, stop it, phone. Stop it. Cheers. I don't like milk though. Fun fact. So this can be almond milk. What's with the really weird thumbs up that I always do? I mean, it's cool if I'm like, please thumbs up this video, but I'm just like, that's cool. Not cool. Why? Okay. that just triggered a cough attack. Please go away. Whew. Okay. This is starting to melt in my fingers. Ah! Oh my gosh, my hair. Soap cookies.